Hey guys, welcome to SCG Collects. I'm Annie. Hey guys, welcome back to all of my returning viewers, and hello to anybody new checking out my channel for the first time. I really appreciate it. So today I have two figures that I'd like to unbox with you guys. One of them is a Miku figure that recently came out. And the other one is from the game Onmyoji? Not 100% sure how to pronounce that. And it's not a game I'm super familiar with. I've played maybe like an hour's worth of time. Don't really fully understand what the game's about. But this figure that we'll be unboxing today is one whose character design I absolutely love. I actually even ordered the figure, or pre-ordered the figure before I even looked into the Onmyoji game. So yeah, I've got two figures for you guys. I'm gonna hope that my phone makes it through this, because I'm actually recording this on my what I call my actual phone versus my old phone. I usually use my old phone for videos because it does not overheat. My new phone unfortunately has an overheating problem. Didn't realize that when I bought it. When I first tried to record with it, it always got super hot and shut off videos, and when I googled it, it says that's just an issue. So we'll see if my phone makes it all the way through this today. I really hope it does. But all that being said, let's go ahead and get into opening this box. So pretty big box. This time it is from Hobby Link Japan, another website that I kind of regularly order from. So to ship this box, to ship both of these, because I let them sit in my warehouse for a little bit. I think, I want to say the Onmyoji one came out first, and I knew the Miku one was coming out relatively soon after that, because Hobby Link Japan lets you leave things in the warehouse for like 60 or 90 days or something. So one of the figures has been sitting in my warehouse at Hobby Link Japan for a few weeks, but to ship both of these together in this ginormous box, I think was like $100, $110 for EMS. Don't quote me on that because I don't quite remember, but it was something around there. So, all right, so I'm gonna set this down. Ooh. And we're gonna dig through the bubble wrap. Alright. So let's start with the Miku figure. So today's Miku figure is the 1/7 scale Land of the Eternal Miku by Good Smile Company. Now, even though this is advertised and sold as a 1/7, I've seen a lot of discussion on my figure collection and things like that she's actually on the smaller side, and a lot of people feel that she should actually be called a 1/8, which is a little bit disappointing, because given the design, I would have liked to see, you know, a larger figure to really give that like presence or whatever, but we got what we got, I guess. So the box is really nice. It has like the full promotional picture, or one of the promotional pictures they did with the figure, which I think is supposed to really replicate the artwork this is based off of. And then as you spin it around, you just kind of have the standard other pictures, photographs of her and on the top. But then it also has like this really nice pattern to kind of fill up the blank spaces. So I really, really like it. And then it's kind of hard to see. I don't know if I put this in front of the camera and move it. But there's some overlay of like maple leaves or some type of tree leaf, which was also kind of featured in the artwork. So that's really nice too. All right, so let's get her open here. All right, so really nice inner part of the box, kind of copying, I think, some of the pattern on the outer box in just a slightly lighter color, more of an orange maybe for the what seems to be like the fall theme this figure kind of had going. All right, so here she is in the blister, and on the back is where the umbrella parts are. And we do have instructions, which maybe we'll need, maybe we won't. Every figure seems to be different, but I'm at least going to pull these out and have a quick glance just in case. Okay. All right, so how do I want to do this? Okay. So I think first thing, I'm just gonna take the umbrella blister off. I don't want to cut my thigh. Okay. And I think there's some like little support pegs in here too that go to the base or something. We'll have to see here. And then let's get this open. So pull out the base first, and I'm gonna set her over there. Okay. Okay, so the base, oh, this is weird. So the base is a nice orange color, and then there is this other piece that you can put on it, and I don't think I'm supposed to peel that off. So I don't know why this isn't attached. I don't know if it's supposed to be attached. But otherwise it just kind of sits on here. So it looks like the first thing is the support poles that are in the blister with the umbrella pieces go into the base first. And there's like a couple little holes for them to sit in, and I think this is like taped all the way around. What is happening? Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so afraid of like this is gonna fly open and these like little pieces, like the little handle of the umbrella, these little support poles, they're just gonna go flying. Okay. All right. Okay, I got the poles. And one is slightly different from the other, so let me... Okay, so we've got two holes, and I'm trying to figure out what angle this picture is at. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the longer one goes in front, and this one goes there. Okay, and I think these actually kind of help hold the two pieces of the base together, which is again super bizarre. Okay, so now we need to actually take Miku out. Oh my god, I'm so scared. My luck with figures, I know I've made a video or two on this channel specifically about like broken figures and figures that I've bought broken and things like that, but in sort of my, you know, hiatus, if you will, I have definitely had some bad luck with breaking figures. I've got a few I need to repair, so I don't want to break her. Okay. So she got lots and lots of plastic. Oh, not too much. Okay. Oh god, I'm gonna have to take her head off for part of this. It's okay. It's gonna be alright. Okay, so we put her on the base. Beautiful. Okay, so the support pegs are for the back of her jacket, I guess, just to help, or kimono, whatever you want to call it, to help give extra support. Okay. So thankfully she goes on the base pretty easily. She has metal pins holding her, or posts. Not super long, but I think they'll do the job. So the next thing we need to do is we need to take her head off, and there's a whole bunch of things on her head that we need to avoid breaking. So we need to take her head off to get the plastic off, and then put it back on, and then put her pigtails on. But she has all kinds of hair ornaments, and jewelry, and flowers, and that was actually really easy. Whew! Woohoo! Thank you, Good Smile, for making that one of the easier pieces to take off and put on. Alright, got a Miku with a head, plastics all off. I think next is the pigtails, which are separate, and it looks like they do... Oh, you put the pigtails on before the head, so now I have to go through this again. Okay. Alright, head is off. One pigtail, and they do have different shaped pegs so that you know which goes on which side, because they only fit in one way. Oh, okay, we're good. I was squeezing on the leaves. Don't push on the leaves. Okay. Like, I think this could go in more. But I don't know where to... Okay, I found a place to hold, and I think that's in. Alright, and then the second pigtail... Okay, so now we have a floating head with hair. I really like, though, the gradient they got on her hair and the way it fades from, like, her typical teal color to, like, these translucent parts. I think that's really pretty. Alright, so now we have to get head plus hair lined up and on her body. Okay. We did it. Nothing broken. Last thing might be the most stressful because I'm pretty sure I've broken hands and umbrellas on figures that have hands and umbrellas. But next we gotta do the umbrella. So looks like we have to feed this up through her hands, both of her hands, and then back through her hair, and then plug in. And we did it with nothing broken. Oh my god, you guys. Okay. So I'm going to try to hold her up. And I'll put B-roll in here, of course. But here she is. Oh my god. absolutely beautiful, incredible, stunning. Everything on this figure looks so good. She has so many little details, but everything is just so well executed and painted and sculpted. She's got all this kind of like gold buttons, I don't know what you would call these, down the sleeves of her outer kimono, and all the little gold details are so well done. Even the gold hairpiece here, the leaves on each of her horns and pigtails, which, by the way, I love that she has like horns basically, so great. But even the leaves are really, really well sculpted and painted. I feel like that definitely could have become just like a mush of orange, and it didn't. I also love the fact that the like support pieces for the jacket plug into the base, and because I think I had a figure that had some kind of support for its skirt or jacket that was, you know, just kind of a little plastic piece you slid under it, and that immediately got lost. So I love that they actually plug in. The base is so gorgeous. It's supposed to be like she's walking on a wet surface, so you have the details of like ripples under her feet. Overall, guys, just absolutely fantastic. And as far as the size goes, I definitely agree she's probably not a 1/7, but given everything that is going on this figure and the hair and the base and everything, might have been a good choice to go a little bit smaller. I don't know. I'm not entirely disappointed because just everything that's in this figure, 1/7, 1/8, whatever she is just so well done. Like, I really can't complain. So, I know a lot of Miku figures have come out in the last few weeks. If this was one that you were on the fence about, maybe, you know, kind of hesitated on, absolutely go for it. She's so gorgeous, especially if you're someone who loves like kimono traditional wear type figures, because she is just so great. All right, so the second figure I have for you guys today, as I mentioned, it is an Onmyoji figure. So this is the 1/7 Shiranui. Again, not quite sure how to pronounce that, but a 1/7 figure by Wings Incorporated or Wings Inc. So pulling the figure box out of the shipping box, already I'm a little bit surprised because this box feels so much smaller than the Miku one, but this is also 1/7, which, if it's true to scale, should be bigger than the Miku. And if you are familiar with this figure, I feel like this is going to have like a bigger footprint than the Miku figure. So I'm really interested to see how they have her packed in here. But if she does end up being bigger than the Miku and kind of taking up more room, then I gotta give it to Wings Inc. for really good packaging. So we'll see. But taking a look at the box, just a not plain black box. I mean, there is writing on it. I couldn't tell you what this says, but I'm assuming it says things probably like Onmyoji or Shiranui's name. I believe on the back is a crest kind of related to her character in some way, because I know that she does have like the double fans and this kind of like knot incorporated in her design. But otherwise, no pictures of the figure, nothing like that. It does feel really sturdy, so that's really nice. And it is like shrink wrapped in plastic, which is interesting. I don't know that I've had another figure actually come like shrink wrapped. So let's go ahead and get this plastic off. And oh, that's fancy. Okay, so it is magnetically shut. So you open it like this. Ew, okay, so I had seen pictures of this figure with kind of a special background, and some of the listings I read for her, things that I read for her, seem to imply that she like came with said background somehow. So it looks like what it actually is this box is the background. So give me a minute, let me pull the figure out before I go trying to pull this box apart, if that's what I, oh, well, here it is. So yes, she does come with a background diorama panel thing she can stand in front of, which was the outer cover of the box. So that's why it was shrink wrapped, was so this would not fall off. Looking at this, I don't know how this is going to fit in a D12, but considering I am planning on getting some Billy bookcases, or at least a Billy bookcase, might actually end up being able to use this as a background on one of the shelves on that. So, let me, I guess, fold this up and put it to the side. So then we are left with kind of an inner box. She's in there. There's her silhouette. Okay, so let's see how this works. So really condensed packaging again, which I figured would be the case given the difference in the size of the box. Inside the box is another gorgeous like panel, which I almost wish this one was the background panel versus the scene that it did come with, but that is also gorgeous, so you know, I'll take either of them. All right, so we've got the blister with her and the base, and then on the back are her two fans. Again, everything very nicely, tightly packaged, allowing for that smaller box size. Actually, let me get her fans off first. And I don't know if I'm more nervous about her or if I was more nervous about like the fan and everything on Miku. Because this girl versus an umbrella has two fans, giant fans, one in each hand. And I think I read some people who own her were only able to get the fans into her hands using like a hairdryer to kind of soften the plastic. So I hope we don't have to do that. So, all right, so she comes attached already to her base. Lots of plastic again. Let me put her blister down. Okay. So lots of plastic. But what I'm already seeing is incredible. So her outer jacket is like translucent. I didn't pick this up from any of the prototype pictures, and I don't really know, again, her character design, so I can't say anything about exactly how close this is to character design, but her outer jacket, outer garment is like a translucent plastic, and this actually looks really good. Like, I know sometimes I've seen figures that have translucent clothing or pieces and it looks kind of silly and cheap. This actually looks really, really nicely done. She's surprisingly not heavy. I don't know if she's like missing weight. I don't know why she feels so light, but again, probably not anything to complain about, you know, better to be able to be on a shelf or something. So now comes the fun part, is figuring out these fans. And she does have instructions, which is probably going to be helpful. Okay. Not entirely. Alright, so the first fan we have is the one with the like reddish pink flames and butterflies, and I think these are oranges, maybe nectarines. But one side has the oranges, the other is more of an abstract with more of like the pink in it. So this one goes in her right hand. Okay, yes. It would be helpful if it was in color, but I think only this one has the oranges on it. So this has to go in her right hand. So it looks like it actually plugs into her sleeve somehow. Oh my god, this makes me so nervous. She has so many little ribbons, and I'm like legitimately sweating over this. Okay. So I'm wondering if this is where people had to pull out the hairdryer. Okay, it's sort of in, it's like half in. I don't know if I want to fight it anymore right now. Let me try the other one. So the other one is with blue. Blue butterflies, no orange whatevers. So one side is more of like an orange and purple. And then the back side sticks more with just the blues and such, and it has like a couple of masks there. So this again is kind of, okay, so this time we have to avoid her hair. And it looks like the tip of this one also plugs into the base for like extra support, I guess. So do that. And then there is no way that is going to plug in there. Maybe I have to plug that in first. Okay. So if we do that, okay, so I don't think these are angled right, or I'm gonna have to look it up and figure it out. Let me just do what does work for now. Okay. All right, I think she's together. I'm afraid to mess with it anymore. The blue one isn't sitting in the hole that is on the base for it, but it is like touching the base, so I guess it's supported. I'm gonna have to look into this more, but again, this is super stressful, so we're gonna leave it here and let's take a look at her. So I am absolutely blown away. Like, this figure is incredible. The details again are phenomenal. Again, Similar to the Miku, this figure is supposed to be walking on water with flowers around her, so you get that ripple effect again. The use of the translucent materials, both for her outer coat and on the fans for like the flames or the butterflies, so good. Details look alright. There are lots of little pieces here, again, bows, knots, things like that. You know, the lines going down her jacket. Everything, again, looks super clean, super well done. I'm also going to post a bit of B-roll of her next to Miku so you guys can see the size comparison. I do feel like the figure itself is a little bit taller, so she's probably closer to a true 1/7. The knot in her hair, like this kind of braided rope back here, it does get a little bit sloppy, but thankfully, unless you're looking at her from behind, you're not going to see that. You know, other than that, I think everything else is super clean, super well done. She's gorgeous. I love her. I can't wait to have a bookshelf to put her on, have that background, have her all put together. She's absolutely stunning. I'm so happy I picked her up. And if this is, you know, again, maybe a figure you missed because, you know, I don't know how big Onmyoji is out in the world. If you missed her, definitely pick her up. If she's still available out there, because she is stunning. So beautiful. Alright guys, well those are the two figures I had for you. Miku Land of the Eternal version and Onmyoji Shiranui. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of the two figures, if you picked up either of them yourself. You know, I love reading your comments and I try to respond or react in some way to all of them. Definitely appreciate it, guys. But, you know, like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you want to. Again, I really thank you guys for checking out my videos and everything, but I will catch you next time. Bye!